Hello YouTube, it's the Lone Pantheist again. Okay, it's a bonus episode, I guess. Sorry I uploaded one today. Okay, there's been recently discussions that I've gotten into, and I know it starts off like the last video, but this one isn't about humanities versus science. This is about pantheism. Okay, what is pantheism? What is panentheism? Okay, if all is God, or God is in all, then therefore God is all, therefore all there is pantheism. Okay, and this whole notion of, well, if there's multiple universes, does that make us trans-pantheists? What if we don't define ourselves exactly like John Tolan did, and we are neo-pantheists? Okay, I don't see trans or neo being any necessary element in there, just like I don't see the extra A and N in pantheism, panentheism. I don't see that being necessary. All I see is pantheism. But if you want to label yourself pantheism, that's fine. Okay. Um, Now let's talk about naturalistic pantheists. Now I think this is kind of contradictory in words. I understand that if you look at my channel, that I would fall under the category of naturalistic pantheist, but I do not think that a pantheist who believes that there's a consciousness or some living element that is helping, or not helping us, but is evolving through us, I don't see that as being a supernaturalistic pantheist. Okay, because pantheists are all about nature. Everything's natural. If there is a God, it's natural. Okay, it's not above natural. It's not, it's not paranatural. It's not supernatural. It's just natural. It's just what is. Okay, so I don't even see other religions being true as something that defeats pantheism. I also like to talk about, because a lot of religious people want to bring this up, about the death of the universe and the birth of the universe. Okay. They always say, well, how's that a God if it's not eternal? Okay, a law of conservation of energy and matter states that energy and matter cannot be created nor destroyed. It just exchanges itself. Now, quantum theory, you have particles that come in and out of existence. We can also argue the point that nothingness and existence, are one and the same. They just transfer into each other, kind of like matter and energy. If that's the case, then nothingness really is not nothingness. It's just a negative somethingness, existence or whatever. Okay, now the death of the universe. First of all, I just want to get this out. The Big Rip has been, it's not out. It's no longer on the table. The universe is not expanding fast enough for that to have happened. But I'm going to explore that anyway. Okay, let's take the Big Rip. Okay, the whole universe in 20 billion years rips itself apart. Okay, now they say that that's the end of the universe. No. Pantheists would see that as being the natural course of the universe, and that's actually the birth of a new universe, a dark energy, which is space, dominated universe. Technically, it's that now, but I'm talking about like completely dominating. Okay, it's what stretched everything out, stretched up all our atoms and everything, and that theory's been, like I said, discontinued. No longer really of any value. They've kind of, there might be a big stretch in 50 billion years. That's just the galaxies, super clutch galaxies, moving further away than what they anticipated. So let's talk about the Big Crunch, which has also been out. The universe just collapses in on itself. Okay. Well, that's not the end of the universe. Technically, the Big Bang wasn't the beginning. Okay, it was there. It just changed. It inflated, and it became this. Okay, neither theory is comfortable to mankind. Okay, now there's the whole, it keeps expanding, and all there's going to be left is little quarks and stuff like that, and black holes. That's trillions and trillions of years. The Hindus said that the universe was going to dissolve, and then it recollects itself. Because here's the thing: space is energy, dark energy. It's not a vacuum, like we previously thought. That means that it succumbs to entropy. And what happens when space, which is pushing the galaxies further apart faster than the speed of light, collapses in on itself? Technically, it could do that instantly because of space and time. Okay, but that, so there's the whole concept of the big bounce, which actually still holds weight, is the universe will expand until it can't expand anymore. Instead of falling in on itself because of matter, space itself just collapses. Okay, but then that collapse creates such a force that it actually bounces it back out again. and the process is eternal or whatever. Now, none of these seem good to us. To make us feel, humans in general, they make us feel uneasy. Well, that's simple because it's not our universe. It's not set up in that time frame. It won't be set up for human life. Okay, that's just like saying that the world's going to end if, say, that the water world hypothesis about the global ice sheets melting were true. Technically, it can't fully eclipse all the oceans can't fully eclipse all the land. Okay, but if the world became water, yeah, that would be the end of our world. The Earth's still going to be here. Okay, to a fish, the world just got bigger. Okay, to a black hole or a galaxy, the universe is just getting bigger. Okay, and there's also a possibility that if it does rip apart, it rips up into several different universes, kind of sort of a mitosis or reproduction, and that's also a scientific theory. Okay, it's also a spiritual theory. So the point is there really is no real beginning, and there really is not going to be an end. Okay, it's an endless process. All right, well, how do we find comfort in this? Well, we've adapted. Okay, we adapted before. You've been here at least since 13.7 billion years in the form of atoms and other forms of energy. Probably since Big Bang. You were a Big Bang 13.7 billion years ago. You just sort of, broke apart and became this individual that thinks that they are separate from the universe, when in fact you are simply the Big Bang in process. You are the universe in process. And that is what the supposed end of the universe is, a universe in process. Okay? Black holes could be seeding for other new universes to exist. It's not poetically looking at it. It's looking at it for what it is. Okay? That's the majesty of the universe. Okay? It's not here for our enjoyment. The sun can explode tomorrow. Okay? The sun's going to burn out in 5 billion years. Okay? It's not here strictly for us. In this time and place, we are adapted to this type of universe. We're adapted to this type of world. If there's a slow transition, there's a possibility that we will adapt to that world or find a new universe. But that doesn't seem to me like a bad course. I mean, technically, if you look at it, and space stretches everything apart, we become part of that dark energy. We become part of space, therefore we would be everywhere at all the same time. That's what the final singularity is about. The Big Stretch states the same thing, and that actually does have a little some weight to it in the scientific analysis. Big Rip theory kind of, it's like, well, it's not moving that fast, that far. It's accelerating, but it's not, insanely accelerating. It's not accelerating with time. It's just a cosmological constant, so it's part of the universe. So I don't see that any of these as being, oh, well, the universe is not eternal, so you can't say it's God. Okay, first off, who made up that definition of God? Secondly, it all depends on your idea of what's eternal, your idea of what's existence. Because, like I said, quantum theory states basically that if atoms can pop in and back into it, pop out and back into nothingness, then for all we know, what we perceive to be nothingness is just the opposite state of existence. Okay, just like matter is technically the opposite state of energy, but they coalesce. You have to have both of these in order to have you. You can't have a universe made of just nothing but energy. Okay, which, Big Rip, whatever, you won't be you. The substance of you will still exist, but you wouldn't be you. You can't have a universe of nothing but matter. Without space, it's nothing. You have to have space, you have to have gravity, you have to have matter, you have to have energy. You have to have existence, and quite frankly, you probably have to have nothingness to all work together as this machine. Okay, and entropy, we can look at it and say, well, things get disordered. Well, do they? Okay, technically, from what you're measuring it from, this could be the disorder of a previous order. Okay, and what we would call disorder could be what others would call order in that position. Okay, it's all matter perspective. That's just it. Anyway, it's been a long time on that. Okay, but yeah, basically, no. The universe is essentially eternal. Okay, it's empirically eternal. All right, that's flat out. It's been proven. It is what it is. Okay, put that pen down real quick because I don't want to poke my eye out with it. But yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it doesn't. I don't see how that should affect me. I also don't see there being trans-pantheists, neo-pantheists. Pantheist suffices for me. Okay, I'm not a sexed-up atheist. Okay, to me, an atheist is a person who takes the position that they don't believe in a theistic God. Okay, I am agnostic towards that position. I am not atheistic towards that position. Okay, I choose not to believe in it because I don't see it, and I don't see how that would benefit humanity. That would actually put it down. Pantheism, on the other hand, like there's a consciousness that pervades the universe. I do see that. That portion of pantheism to be every bit as valid as saying that all there is what we see. Okay, if you believe in other universes, you technically do not believe in all all you see is all there is. Okay, and you'll still call yourself a naturalistic pantheist, fine. Okay, but we're all naturalistic pantheists. We just believe that nature has different aspects to what we have perceived. So yeah, this pen. I'm gonna have to start my school in a minute, or my studies in a minute. So gotta get out of here, get off this. But sorry, been over 11 minutes. But anyway, that's my stance on pantheism. Okay, we're technically all pantheists, and if you're an atheist that doesn't really argue with theists a whole lot, and you revel at nature, you're probably a pantheist yourself. I mean, there's a reason why we have pantheism as a station. Okay, as a specific state of a person's statement or of their beliefs. Okay, there's a reason why we have agnosticism. There's a reason why we have atheism. There's a reason why we have theism. Okay, I am a pantheist. I adhere to pantheism. Okay, but anyway, that's all. I will hopefully post a video probably tomorrow. I'm having all these thoughts running in my head, and of course I could be because I'm tired right now. Anyway, see you later.